What's up everyone on YouTube? This is Madawa. I'm back with another guide for Leo. This time it's gonna be KNK guides. I'll try to make it a bit shorter and not as long as the last videos. So this time I want to talk about KNK cancels, like how do you do these KNK cancels and what are my tips for you guys to get better at canceling it and linking them. So, first things first, there are 3 moves where you will do that from. It's gonna be back 1-4, because it goes into KNK, forward 4, and 3-2-4. These are like the 3 moves you will use to cancel moves. Since you can link them into each other like this, you can create a lot of different combos, but I'm gonna say some of them, like for example back 1-4 like this, will feel way easier than other links. For example, forward 4 into forward 4 like this. This is way harder to do than doing back 1-4 into back 1-4, for example, because you have way more time to cancel the moves into each other. Purpose of these cancels is basically that because Leo has so good damage at the wall, you should normally, if it's possible, always carry to the wall, and then at the wall you will use the tornado, which is either back 1-4 KNK 3-4 or forward 4 KNK 3-4 to get the good damage with Leo. So mostly, if you have played Tech Tournament 2, it's a bit like that, where you carry your opponent to the wall and on the wall you'll use your tornado, if it's possible. If it's not possible, you will screw 4, obviously. It really depends on the wall as well. To start things off, there are 2 combos I would recommend at the beginning, like to get a feeling for it first, and then we'll go to the harder ones. So, first thing I would recommend to practice is this combo, which I also have in my combo video. Something like this. So basically, this has 1 KNK cancel involved, which is after back 1-4, and then you cancel it into back 1-1+2. So how do we do this? Basically, after back 1-4, you are in that stance, right? KNK. To cancel out of this, you hold down forward. You hold down forward, and then you go into this crouch dash motion, just like quarter circle forward, right? And from that motion, you will press up again to sidestep left. And so by sidestepping, you get access to all your moves again. Basically, that is all there is. It's basically, after a KNK, you press down forward, and then up instantly. How it comes to the timings of the more stricter ones, I'm gonna give you some tips for what helped to me. But in this case, you have way more time to connect the moves. So as you can see on my commands, I'm pressing back 1-4, down forward, and then up. Down forward, up, and then back 1-1+2. So again, back 1-4, hold down forward, tap up. Just tap up, you don't have to hold it. Tap up quickly. And then you do back 1-1+2. Only thing that you can really do wrong at this combo is, if you press up too early, you will get this mistake. If you see you're getting this mistake instead of your back 1, that means you have pressed up too early. So this is important. You have to wait a little bit after doing down forward until you can sidestep left. If you press it too early, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen, and then if you do back 1, it's just gonna end up in quarter circle forward 1, which is this here. So you hold down forward, wait a little bit, then press up, and then back 1. The timing of back 1 has to be basically instant after you pressed up. Meaning, you hold down forward, then wait a little bit until Leo has started to walk a little bit, and then press up, and then quickly back 1-1+2. That's how this combo works. So, once you have mastered this, there's one thing that you will use in your combos, which is basically this here. I'm gonna do a combo. Let me record it here. this here. This gives you access to your heat, obviously, and you do this by pressing forward 4. In this case, you have to press forward 3 times. You have to press forward 3 times. Because if I only press it two times, you will be getting forward 4, since that's another input. And you can't just instantly press it. So, how do we fix this? We treat it as 3 times forward. It's like almost like a while running input. So we press while running, forward 4, and then again, you hold down forward, wait a little bit, press up, and then you heat burst. Like that. Hold down forward, tap up, and then you go into your move. In this case, heat burst. These two things I would recommend at the beginning if you are still new to learn these. This, and you can also combine it into one combo. Once you have mastered this, once you have a good feeling for this, we'll go one step further, which is after background 4, you do 3, 2, 4. Again, wait a little bit. Like this. This has insane wall carry, as you can see. You can even squeeze in another forward 4. Because this here requires a bit more timing. See, I'm also not getting it every time. There we go. This is like the next stage. So again, you press down forward, hold a little bit until you see Leo going into this coach dash. You tap up and then instantly 3, 2, 4. Doesn't work for me. And how we canceling the forward 4, I'll show you in a second. So yeah. First comes this stage. Also, you can also try not in the combo to learn it, but just in the open, like this. So you don't get misinputs and get a feeling for it. See, this time I was too fast. Again, too fast. This is a good way to learn this. So yeah. That was the first 2 stages I would recommend. And then after this, the last thing would be forward 4 loops. Forward 4 loops is a bit of a style thing. It's not the most recommended thing, since the damage is quite low and you can do good damage without doing these forward 4 loops. But if you still are interested in learning this and want to try it out yourself, I will mention it now. So, it's very similar how we do the other ones, but this is way stricter with the timing. So basically, once you press forward 4, you go again into down forward, and then you tap up, and then it's important to press forward and 4 at the same time. Like this, you see? It's not like I hold forward and then press 4. No, you don't have the time and the frames to do that. After you pressed up, you have to make sure that forward and 4 is on the same frame. Let's see. I can do it once. By the way, if you get while standing 4 like this here, that means you are too fast. So you see, now I landed it, and you see forward and 4 on the left side is on the same frame. This is really important, because the timing is super strict. I believe it is a just frame. So you have to be on point with that input. You have to press it clean. Try to really look at the command history and checking that you get it on the same frame. Meaning you have to press them on the same time. So yeah, again. You press forward 4. You hold down forward a little bit. You don't have to hold it the whole time. But you have to hold it a few frames until you see. Because if I just tap it, you see, nothing happens. You have to hold it a few frames, then you can let go of it. And then you have to get a feeling for when actually up works. Because if you, again, I pressed forward 4 and I'm getting while standing 4 because I've pressed it too early again. Important is, at the end, you have to be quick with your input. Here, up and forward has to be very quick. Here you have to take yourself some time. Don't rush this, because otherwise you don't get this input anyways. And then you'll get a feeling for it. So yeah, that's the important part. The first part, until the crouch dash, you have to take your time. Don't rush it. And once you can press up and you have figured out the timing, up and forward has to be pressed pretty quickly. So up and then forward 4 at the same frame. So you can see now I was too early. Again, it's not the most optimal thing and not the most damaging thing. But I had some people asking me how to do this. And so here's the video. So you can see. That was too early. Now I get the 2 times. And there are some launchers like down back 2-4 for example, where you can loop it like up, I think 8 times technically, but as I said, this is art style. Not recommended at all. I don't know if I can do it now. But you can see, like, it's like endless. It almost feels like endless combo. So yeah, that was basically it. I hope this somewhat helped you. Try to remember like the stages to practice this by going from back 1-4 to back 1-1+2, then into 3-2-4, since the timings are a bit easier, and then the final boss is basically forward 4 into forward 4. So yeah, hope that helped you. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. And if you have any other recommendations, please let me know them as well. Thank you for watching, guys.